So we can start right away. We'll be playing a video which will be a necessity for the questions that I'll be asking along our presentation. So this video is very important. So just stay tuned and watch, and we'll get going from there.
My son sacrificed his life to save me. These powers are not a gift, but a curse. Born out of rage. So I'm mounted up. This loose cannon needs to be locked down before innocent people start getting hurt.
He's been asleep for 5,000 years.
You find us a cell that can hold him, we'll take care of the rest.
Who's on the team? I didn't bring a passport.
We don't need passports. We're the Justice Society.
Black Adam, we're here to negotiate your peaceful surrender.
We need volume, sir, please.
I'm not peaceful.
There is no audio, no volume.
Here we go.
Is it better now? Can you hear it now?
Yes, we can hear now, but I think you have to start it back.
I have to start again. Yeah, I'm starting again now.
My son
Okay.
sacrificed his life to save me. These powers are not a gift, but a curse. Born out of rage. So I'm mounted up. This loose cannon needs to be locked down before innocent people start getting hurt.
He's been asleep for 5,000 years.
You find us a cell that can hold him, we'll take care of the rest.
Who's on the team? I didn't bring a passport.
We don't need passports. We're the Justice Society.
There's a war going on outside when you ain't safe from.
Black Adam, we're here to negotiate your peaceful surrender.
Heard about at least 3 killings this afternoon.
I'm not peaceful. Nor do I surrender. Here we go. I kneel before no one.
You didn't come here to seek justice. You came to exact revenge.
Too much enemy fire to catch a breath.
I never said I was a hero.
Giving you respect, I expect the same thing.
You believe you are not worthy. But fate does not make mistakes.
I'm fighting for you. There's a war going on outside when you ain't safe from.
You have 2 paths. You can be the destroyer of this world. Or you can be its savior.
Okay. 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 Sir Juventus, over to you, please.
Okay. So that's the movie Black Adam. It should be out on October 21st. Right? I'm not a movie marketer, but I'm using it as a prelude to some questions I will be asking. So, Mr. Caleb, help me with my slide, please.
Yeah. Can you see the slides now?
Yes,
Okay.
I need a second slide.
The second.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay. Can you make it bolder so that others can see? Yeah, nice, fine. So can we see? Can we all see, please? I'll need response. Can we see?
Yes, clear. We can see, sir.
Okay. Now, that movie is an interesting movie. I'm a movie person. I believe some of you are movie people. Now, there's a simple question here, very simple question. I'll need your answers. We are 17 on the group presently. So besides me, the teacher, every other person will have to vote. We are getting close to the election period, so we should get used to voting. So we'll have a voting to do presently. So the first option is you have Netflix subscription. Now, this movie, maybe you can watch it on Netflix for 2,500, or you go to the cinema to watch it for 10,000. Which of the options will you go for? So I want us to vote, please. So you can type on the chat, which will you go for? Netflix subscription or the cinema? Noting that the Netflix subscription is 2,500 and the cinema is 10,000. Which of them will you go for? So vote. Please, can we do that very fast? Let's start voting, please. I'm not seeing anybody. Type on the chat, which will you go for? Okay, so we have Netflix. Okay, we can get more votes. There's only one person with the cinema. Okay, Netflix. Wow. Who else? Let's go. We are 17 here, please. Let's go. Netflix. Okay, let's get one more vote. Okay, good. Okay, nice. Netflix. Okay, that's good. So we have out of let's just do a normal statistics. Caleb, you can help me out here with the normal mathematics. Let's see how many people are for Netflix and how many people are for the cinema. We only have one person for the cinema and the rest for Netflix. So we'll carry out a little statistics later at the end of the course. So we have how many Netflix? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11.
Yeah,
okay,
99% of the persons here are Netflix. Just the remaining 1% is for cinema.
Okay, let's go to the next slide, please. Our next slide. Let's go there. Yes, fine, perfect. So now we have 3 options. We have Netflix cinema for 2,500, Netflix subscription for 2,500, the cinema for 9,000, for 9,800 for cinema. Then Netflix and cinema for 10,000. Which will you go for? Option A, option B, option C. Now, this is a different question. The initial one, we only dealt with Netflix and cinema. Now, this is another question. You have Netflix.
Hear you. We can't hear you, Mr. Juventus. We can't hear you.
while. Okay. Saying Netflix subscription for 2,800 or there will be a gift at the end of this class. Right? There will be a gift. This is a class. And there will be a gift at the end of the class. So let's vote, please. Let's make it fast. We don't have enough time. We vote. Sorry, I've been having some network issues. So let's go again, please. Let's vote. Netflix subscription, cinema, or Netflix and cinema. Noting the price difference. Okay, someone is going for A. Right, fine. Someone is going for just Netflix. Okay. Who else is going for C or B? B has cinema and C has both Netflix and the subscription. So which will you go for? Let's go. C, fine, nice. Okay, let's go. More C, okay? Let's go. More options. Let's get up to 12 votes like we did the last time, or 13. Let's go. This is a very practical class. These experiments we are carrying out will help us out draw a conclusion at the end of the day. C, wow, perfect. Let's go. More. Let's go. More votes, please. More votes. We only have only like 5 votes. Okay, perfect. More votes coming in. C. Wow, that's nice. That's great. Let's get more votes, please. Okay, can we get like 2 more? 2 more votes. 2 more votes. Okay, yes, nice. Okay, sorry, Zainab, we are voting for these 3 options, right? We are voting. Choose either of these 3, option A, option B, option C. Just Netflix subscription is 2,000. It's 2,005. The cinema alone is 9,800, and cinema and Netflix is 10,000. So make your vote. Which of them will you go for? Okay, fine, perfect. So can you help me do another statistic of what we have presently? Can you?
I'm with you.
Okay, can you help me carry out another statistics of what we have presently?
Yes.
Okay, what do we have?
Okay, so we have about 60% going for C.
What do we have?
We have 60% for C, 25% for A, and yeah, 25% for A and just 15 for B.
What are you doing?
Huh?
Okay. 25%.
We have 60% saying C.
Okay.
And then the remaining 25% saying A, and then the 15 saying B. Okay, sorry. 30% saying A and then 10% B.
Okay, perfect. So we have more C than A or B, 60%, yes. Right?
Yes.
Perfect.
Yes, we do.
Okay, so that means it worked here. It's very interesting. This is what is called the decoy effect, and all of us fell victim to it. Don't worry, I will talk more about it later. We'll go back to the decoy effect. Hold that at the back of your mind. We are going back to the decoy effect, and we just played the decoy effect presently, and it played out. 60% went for C. I will explain what the decoy effect is later. So my slide. My next slide. Let's go. Next slide. Now, I'm excited about this class because the essence of this class is to get you thinking, right? The essence of this class is to get you thinking. That's what this class is for. Thinking as an entrepreneur and also thinking as a consumer, because the tricks or the price techniques that will be stating here will affect you as a consumer when you go to the market, or it has already affected you. And you as an entrepreneur will need to use it for you to be able to gain some customers or consumers in the market. So this is very important, very key in this class. That's the objective of this class. Thinking. Now, our first price technique we'll be looking at is price charming. Mr. Caleb, price charming. We'll be looking at next slide. Now, what is price charming? We'll be looking at three concepts today. There are many other effective price techniques that we could use, right? I told you of decoy effect, which is the first one we just did, and we carried out the statistics, and we've seen that decoy effect actually works, and we fell victim to it. That's to tell you that you will also fall victim to it. So the decoy effect, right? That was what we discussed initially. That's what we saw, and it worked. Now we're looking at price charming. Can everybody hear me? Can everybody hear me? Okay, fine. Let's go. Price charming. We're looking at price charming. Now, I'm sure you've gone to shops and you've seen sales digits ending with 9, 399. You see something that is 100, they tell you is 99.9, right? 999. I've gone to ShopRite before, and they sold a 150 naira. They sold it for 1499 or 1899? Sometimes it's like that, right? This is called price charming. It's also called psychological pricing, or psychological charming, or price charming. Now, the essence is using 9.
Waiting will give us money. I know one.
Can we hear me, please? Okay. So price charming. Go to the next slide. Okay. Price charming has been said to work is psychological method that works for everybody. But I'm very, very sorry. My network has been going over and on. And we are back now, stabilized. Please, I'm very, very sorry for all the distraction. Now, price charming is a psychological trick that works in shops. Now, how you know that something works effectively is that it is used over and over again. It is not just a Nigerian or a South African or a UK concept. It's a general concept that works, right? Now, there are two aspects to price charming. The first aspect I want to look at before I go to the next slide is what is called image effect. Now, it has been suggested psychologically that when you see anything ending with a 9, it tells you that it is a sales promotion, or what we call sales promo. Anything that ends with a 9 tells you that, oh, this thing is on sale. They are running a promo. That is why it's ending in 9, right? Psychologically, it affects everybody. You may not agree to it, but that's the truth. You assume that for it not to be on a round figure, instead of you to sell the product at, let's say, 200 naira, you're selling it at 199 naira. It suggests somewhere in your psychology that it is promo. So let me rush and buy this stuff instead of letting it hang in the shelf, right? That is what is called image effect. It happens to us psychologically. And you can use that for your goods, mostly if you sell product online. You shouldn't have round figures, most especially if they have to do with things like food stuff, clothing, bags. Rounding up figures has a different psychological effect. It makes you feel that the product is expensive or the product is too high above what you could purchase. But 999 gives you sort of a discount mentality. This is discounting. You get this, not the proper value. It should have been higher than this on a very good day. So my next slide will tell us why price charming works. The second reason why price charming works. Mr. Caleb, can you help me with the slide? I want to make this class as quickly as possible so that we could get on with our day. And there's another trick for making it as quickly as possible. I'll tell you at the end of the class. All these things are psychological tricks and people are falling into it by the minute. So Mr. Caleb, the next slide, please. Has it shown me? Okay, the next slide, please, Mr. Caleb. Okay, next slide, please, Mr. Caleb. Okay, perfect. So now this is the second reason why price charming works. I want us to look at our right hand. You can see an example there. You see 4999 and 500. That is 499 and 500. Now, something happens to you when you go to the market to buy. Your focus is not on the last digits. We've explained the last digits, right? Why we have 999, which we call image effect. Now, let's go to what is another principle called left digit effect. It's also a psychological effect. When you go to the market, you are paying attention to the first digits because we read from left to right. That is how we read, right? So what you are more conscious about is that first digit. You are more conscious of 4, and 5, right? So when you see two products placed close to each other, one is $499 and one is $500, you are not looking at the $999 now, right? What you're looking at is 4 and 5. You feel that the product is cheaper, is closer to 400 than it is to 500. That is what happens in your psychology. Psychologically, you feel the price of the product is closer to 400 than it is to 500. So you have this feeling that it's cheaper. So they are playing two tricks on you psychologically when you go to the market and you see anything with $499 or $599 or $699. The two tricks are called image effect and the left digit effect. And these things work on everybody. I'll get back to that decoy effect that we did in the first instance to show you that all these psychological effects really work statistically. Now, my next slide will prove to us some basics. Now, there's a magazine, they are also very popular in US if you're in the economical realm. They are called Celonomics. They carry out analysis, and you can see the analysis. They analyze 1.5 million online stores about charm pricing, and they discovered that stores that use charm pricing have an average of 4% more revenue than companies that don't. So you have 4% more revenue if you use charm pricing than if you don't. And there are some statistics that even say it's up to 25%. But let's just be let's just be realistic, right? And not shoot it too high. Let's just say 4%. Now imagine what 4% revenue will do to your business compared to not having that increase in percentage. So charm pricing works. Now let me cite another example, which is not here. They carried out an experiment in University of Chicago and MIT, two professors, University of Chicago and MIT, and they sold some clothing, right? Some clothes. These clothes were priced ending in 9 digits. That is the 9 digits, $39, $49, $59, right? $79, like that. So they sold these clothes. And when they sold these dresses in the digits that ended with 9, this real life experience they carried out, they sold 66 dresses, 66 dresses. Now they now said, okay, since that is the controlled data or the controlled experiment, let them carry out 2 other experiments to see whether this thing really works or is fake, right? Now this is what they did. They now added $5 to the price. That is like, instead of selling it at $39, you now add 5 to $39, you have $44. How many did they sell? They were able to only sell 45 dresses. 45 dresses. Now they said, okay, let them reduce it. So instead of having $39, they reduced it to $34, right? To $34, and they only sold 46 dresses. So at the end of the day, the clothing that were priced at their prices ended with a 9 sold more than the clothing that their prices ended with any other digits. It's not village people, it's not magic, it's common psychology, and it is played on us on a daily basis wherever you go to buy, right? It's normal, it's played on you. So you have to use it as a seller. It is something that has been proven, so use it and use it in your business. So I want to ask a quick question, right? It's just a quick question. Mr. Caleb, and next slide, just a very, very quick question I want to ask you. It's an easy question. Do you believe charm pricing works with Nigerians? I don't know, maybe you've not observed, but I want you to think about it. I told you that one of the essence of this class is to think, right? We'll get to where you answer a question and win a prize. But for now, I want you to digest this. Do you think it works for Nigerians? Or you just feel that these experiments only work for those outside this country? It's just a thought. Just think through it while we go through this class, or think about it after the class. I think you should think about it after the class. So you have enough time to to focus on what we are doing. So let's go to something very interesting. Our next pricing technique, I told you I will try to make this class as fast and as quickly as possible. It is called the effect of cashless payment. Now, how many of you know, how many of you have come to understand something basic, sorry. When you do not carry cash, you spend more. If you have money in your ATM card and you have your ATM card to use as a means of payment, it has been proven that you spend more. How many of us, I want to hear people talk this time. I don't want to be the only one talking. So how many of you can attest to that? Or how many of you say that is a lie, that it doesn't change anything? So I want to hear some people speaking. Let me see, get like 2 or 3 people talk. I said it's an interactive class. We'll soon be done. So I want to hear your voice. What do you think about cashless payment? Does it work on you, or has it worked on you before, or you don't believe in it? You spend the same amount of money you spend when you carry cash and when you are making payments with.
Sorry, good evening, sir.
Yeah, good evening.
So my observation, my name is Mr. Influence. I've seen that we seems to enjoy the ease of just moving with a card and the efficiency there in just paying. But we find out that every payment you do, there is a charge to you.
Yes, yes,
so
yeah.
We will spend more, and all these 4 naira, 5 naira that we feel it doesn't count accumulates in a day up to like 200, 300, 100 naira elsewhere. So I think we spend more, because I've also seen there are sometimes I'll make transactions with my card, and in the very transaction I did, when I get the debit alert, it will not show me that there's an extra 4 naira, 9 naira, 7 point something kobo is going out. But when I go to my app and look at my transaction history, I'll be seeing all the extra debit that will not show in my account, will not show in my debit alert.
Yeah.
So I think we'll spend more.
Yeah. Okay, let me get one more person speaking. Thank you, Mr. Influence. Who else? Can someone else speak? I saw someone, 2 people say we spend more. Bukola believes we spend more with our cards. Isaac believes we spend more if on cash. Wow, this person believes differently from what we believe. Well, we are okay. That's okay. It's social sciences, so you have different opinions. But it has been proven that actually we spend more when we do not have cash in hand. And that's because of a particular principle, which is also another psychological principle that I would like to point out. Mr. Caleb, it's called decision risk attention hypothesis. It's a hypothesis, but it's proven, but yeah, let's just say it's in between there. So decision risk refers to the likelihood and magnitude of undesirable effects of our decision. What it just means is that when you look at how desirable is the choices that you're making, what's the pain that comes with the choices that you're making? When I'm trying to take a decision now, right? How painful will be the effect of the aftermath of my decision, right? Now, for instance, let me cite an example for you. Very easy example. Now, in medical decisions, right? Physicians assess risk by considering how undesirable and how likely the potential side effect of a treatment plan is. For instance, if you go to the hospital, right, and you meet a doctor, they will look at it from the point of view, okay, how the decision risk is looking at, okay, this treatment that we're about to give this guy or this lady, what is the magnitude of the effect? That will determine whether or not they will give you the treatment. And most times they even sit down with you to ask you, do you want to take surgery or will you prefer medication over time? So they are considering the risk with surgery. So they will rather advise you to take medication because there is more risk with surgery. And it also affects us as consumers, even investors. They assess risk, right? And they look at which one will be likely less risky so that we don't spend or we don't lose money. It affects you too in your psychology. What are you going to look at? Okay, what can I spend on to ensure that I don't have much, what they call the pain of price. Pain of price. It affects everyone. Now, this thing affects us when it comes to cashless payment. In cashless payment, it reduces our attention to risk because the money is not tangible, it's not in your hand, it's in a card somewhere. So that risk of payment or paying for stuff you get is reduced compared to when you count 10,000 and you give it out to somebody for something. It reaches you compared to when you just pay with a card. It's easier. You don't really think of it at that particular moment in time. You may go home and ponder on it and be like, wow, I just blew up 50,000 today. But when you are blowing up 50,000 by counting the cash, the effect is different. You begin to become conscious. Your decision, your risk averse rises up. You begin to become conscious of the fact that money is leaving me compared to when you do a cashless payment with your ATM card or bank transfer compared to that. Now, this is what the idea behind this. Try as much as you can to avoid cash payments in your business. This makes people think less. The attention span is lower compared to when they pay with cash. So cashless payment has proven to bring in more profitability for businesses than cash payment. So when you are dealing with pricing, it's good you have an alternative on your website or whatever means that you're paying. Ensure that you encourage people not to pay cash. It should be cashless so that you can gain more profit as an entrepreneur. Now that goes for the entrepreneur, the possibility of and help you spending issues. Anyways, so let's go to the last and the least, but not the least. We're rounding up very soon. What this class, what we're here to examine mainly. There are other price techniques that work that we will examine subsequently, but I want to focus on this particular one because we just did an experiment on it and it worked on all of us. So let us look at it. It's called the decoy effect. Mr. Caleb, let's go there. This is the exciting one. This is very exciting. I love this one because we just did an experiment on it and it works. Now, the decoy effect is a pricing strategy. Now that chooses between two alternatives. The addition of a third, less attractive option, which is meant to influence our perception of the original two. Now, what does this mean? Mr. Caleb, please, I'm very sorry. Can you go back to what we did, the first slide, the first slides we did, those, this thing, yes. Let's go to the first one. Now, this, tell me, can someone tell me which of them did I want you to go for most?
Is this the preferred slide?
Yes, this is the preferred slide. Thank you, Mr. Caleb. So which of them did I really want you to go for? Who can guess? Please, let's answer. Please, let's answer. I want to hear like 5 answers. Which of them? You can unmute your mic and speak, please. I want to hear people talking. Which of them did I intend for you people to go for while I was doing this class? I want someone to speak. Which of them do you feel? Okay, Bookie said the cinema, yes. 10,000, yes. Yes, I want more people to speak. Who thinks yes? So it is the cinema I wanted you guys to go for. But unfortunately, the other option, you guys will definitely go for the other option because it's cheaper. And you're getting the same thing. You sit down at home or in the cinema, okay, or maybe probably you're not getting the same thing because the cinema is a big screen, except you have a big screen in your house, but almost like you're getting the same thing, right? Now, Mr. Caleb, let's go to the next slide. Let's go to the next slide. Let's just do clear practical on how you can use pricing techniques to sell your product. Let's go to the next slide, Mr. Caleb. That's the, yes, thank you very much. Now, no, back, no, back to the initial, yes. No, not there, not there. The second one, after, yes, the experiment, the second experiment you carried out that had 60%. I want to focus on that before we go to our proven slide. Yes, thank you. Now, okay, yes, perfect. Now I want to ask us, let's think critically. Which of them is the decoy here? Which of them is the decoy? Which of them do you think was the trick? Which of them was the trick to make
9008?
The 9008. Perfect. Yeah. Perfect. That's the decoy. That was just placed there to distract you. I just distracted you guys with the 9008 to make you go for 10,000 because you now feel it's a better option. At the end of the day, you will still pay for the cinema. So it's a better option. That's what me initial ones, you did not have any options, but now you have 3 options than the other. I don't know if you know of maybe Mr. Caleb, you should have an idea of this, what they call the wingman when you go out for dating. When you go out dating, Mr. Caleb, you have an idea what the wingman is, right?
Yeah, definitely I do. Quite often I found myself yes, quite often I found myself as a wingman.
Yeah. Okay, that's interesting. Now, the essence of the wingman when you're going out for dating is to have someone that is the decoy, right? The person that is not, it's called, even in the games theory, it's used in the games theory, right? It's used in the games theory. You have things that are not so attractive behind or beside the things that are very attractive. The essence of the things that are not so attractive is to amplify the other things that are attractive. So use a decoy to amplify the effect of the one you want the people to buy. And this is very effective. They use it in many places. So let's go back to our slide and study the decoy effect and know how we can apply it. There is the question coming that you have to answer that will give you an award. So let's go back. It's on the decoy effect. So I want you to listen attentively. That's why I have to go back over and over again towards this decoy effect. Let's go back to our slide that we are on, the decoy effect, and study it a little bit. Okay, nice. Okay, yes, we are here. Now we have a background understanding of the decoy effect. Now let's look at examples of how it works. Right? And I have some statistical data that prove that this decoy effect works. Now let's go on our next slide. Everybody that goes out to eat in McDonald's, KFC, wherever you go to eat, you know all those so-called combo. You get your Pepsi, chicken, and rice in one combo. That's the decoy. They stand-alone chips alone. You can buy chicken alone. You can buy Pepsi, then buy chicken, then buy chips. All these ones, they just reduce a little pricing, just a little, from the pricing on top of what this combined. And at the end of the day, please check whenever you go to those eateries, check. At the end of the day, you will discover that you are actually paying more or paying the same amount if you had bought these products individually. That is what is called decoy. These other ones, by your right, are actually meant to be the decoy, and you prefer the options of the combination of these ones compared to this, right? So it's the decoy effect. Now, if you're into anything, clothing, even academy or whatever it is you're into, you can apply the decoy effect to make people buy what exactly you want them to buy. We are getting to a very interesting question that I'm sure a lot of people will find interesting when we get there. Now, the next slide tells us of a practical thing that the magazine called The Economist did. Now, The Economist carried out an experiment to prove the decoy effect, and it worked, right? They said this is similar to what I did to you guys initially. And if we check our statistics, the decoy effect worked so terribly well that we had 99% to 1% and 60% to 25 and Mr. Hillel, 25 and which other percentage? 60%, 25%, and we had one other percentage.
Yeah, we had
for the last one.
30% and 10%. 60, 30, 10.
Okay, 60, 30,
60,
10.
30,
Now,
and then 10. Yeah.
okay, perfect. Now you see, it worked on us too in this little practical that we did. If other people had participated, we would have gotten maybe a higher margin or a higher difference. Now they did something. They did what is called a subscription decoy effect. Now, the first part of the decoy effect, they said, which of these subscription do you want to buy, right? Web subscription at $59. And price $125. That was the subscription. So they went now from the starting percent of the people went for the lower subscription. Like a lot of people went for the initial subscription, the Netflix subscription. 99% went for the Netflix subscription when we did our own practicals here. In this case, 69% went for the web subscription, and the print and web subscription only 32% went for it. In our own case, 1% wanted to go to the cinema, just 1%. Now, when they carried it again and they introduced the decoy effect, for the web subscription, 69%, they maintained the price, 59%, they maintained the price, 16% went for it. In our case, 25% went for it. The printed subscription, which is the decoy effect, $125, nobody went for it. In our case, 10% went for it. Now, the print and web subscription, which is $125, a whooping 84% of people went for that one. In our case, it was 60%. Now, there's a saying in business that numbers don't lie, right? Now, the practicals we carried out today prove to us that numbers don't actually lie. It has been proven time and time again that when you introduce a decoy in ensuring that when you introduce a decoy in purchasing orders, you get customers to buy the product that you want them to buy. So my question to you is this: if you have a product that people are not buying, make it more attractive by presenting to them a less attractive product. Now, don't make the mistake, please don't make the mistake of having just two products. Please, that would be a great mistake. Don't make the mistake of having just two products, right? That's the greatest mistake you will ever make. Don't have two products, have three products of which you can pick from, so that you can make the consumer stick to a particular product that you need to buy. Now I want to listen. I will go on to explain to us what we can do or how we can apply the decoy effect to our products. But I want to hear one or two persons speak before I get to the price asking questions. We'll soon be done. In the next 5 minutes, we'll be rounding up. So I want to hear one or two persons what you've learned today. And if you've learned nothing, just tell me that the class was just a waste of your time. And I will learn to work on it next time. So I want to hear one or two persons talk, please, before I give you the last nugget and the question that will give you an award. So let's speak, let's talk, let's speak out, please. Or should I call out names? We shouldn't be as afraid to speak. Let's speak up, please. I want to hear.
This is Femi. All
Okay,
right. What I think is that, yeah, it does work, and I think you actually highlighted what is happening in the market, which a lot of us probably would not notice. I've employed this without even knowing what they call it. I don't have a scientific backing for it, but I've put products in the market before where I gave like 3 options, just like they did here. And it was in real estate. I was selling those products then. So I introduced buy 3, get 1 free. I introduced single plot. I introduced 2. So they had options to pick from. And I didn't think it was a decoy. I just thought I was giving alternatives. But the thing is that the single ones sold far more than the, at the end of the day. So we got more of that. And so, you just proved that there's a scientific backing for most of the things that we get to see. Thank you for that.
Thank you. Thank you very much, Mr. Femi. Let's get someone else speaking. What you've gained before we get to round up in the next 5 minutes. Okay. Who else? Okay, let's get one more person.
Okay. I've learned something in the sense that sometimes before now, I usually wonder why the very prices, having those 99, all those small behind, you understand, in every prices. And the funny thing is that it's very easy to play with the psychology of people. Immediately somebody see a difference of 2 naira. I don't know how you just conclude in your mind that gaining 2 naira is more important than getting the other package. And somebody will say, there is 2 naira or 5 naira difference, so let me now take 2. You actually didn't know that. It's almost the same thing, you understand? So at least I'm welcome to that that effect when next I am buying or when next I'm selling something, honestly speaking, and to the fact that you need to provide to your buyers or consumer variable options, you understand, where you display your price, and either one they fall into, you are still in game and all of that.
So, sorry, please, can I add something to that quickly? And this is actually true. You see, the truth is that it may not necessarily be a complete decoy. It could be a decoy. That pricing, that's the one you're talking about, but it makes sense. It's not that it's completely irrelevant. For instance, you see the 499, most people abroad, most people, they think in terms of what they are spending over a long period.
Yes, very true.
Even in the electricity bill, if it is 2 cents, it adds up in 5 years. So it's not just completely that, people are being tricked. They see it, they see a value in there. And even though it looks small, they can always project and say, this in 5 years is going to be a lot of saving. I just wanted to chip that in, that it's still making, it's still value. even though it's 1 cent that's been taken away from it.
Very true, sir. Actually, the thing about social sciences is more like placing, like one of my lecturers used to tell us, when you place the number M on the ground, someone that stands at a particular point, we see it as a W, another person sees it as an M, another person sees it as a 3, another person sees it as an E. So we can actually all disagree to agree. And actually, there are no, social sciences is not like sciences, right? That you get to the lab and you carry out an experiment and you find out that it is completely true. That if you mix oxygen, a particular quantity of oxygen and a particular quantity of hydrogen and what's the other stuff, and you get an oxygen, or those mixtures that they do in the lab and they come up with something, and every time you go into the lab to experiment, the same thing happens. But unfortunately in social sciences, it's not that way, because human beings are different dynamic. But what happens is this: the essence of bringing out such studies is the underplay that happens that may not be visible to everyone, right? Those tricks that are used in selling that a lot of us fall victim to sometimes. And sometimes some people don't actually, not everybody is that dumb. And sometimes actually, these things actually work more in an atmosphere of rush. When you rush into the supermarket to buy stuff, you are not psychologically analyzing anything. You just want to buy product and leave. At that point, you're under pressure and you could make some choices that might be different sometimes. So you're right. You're right. Those things add up at the end of the day and they could have their effect. That's very true. So do we have one more person to speak, or can we just go on? Does anybody want to say more stuff? We're here to learn. Thank you very much for your contributions. I'm really, really impressed by what I'm hearing in this class. Okay, please, since this meeting is recorded, can it be shared so one can, okay, yes, it's possible. You can drop your name, full name, WhatsApp number, and email address. Yeah. Reviews, please. You can put in your reviews of the classes, please, too, so we can have it. Now, let's finish up. Let's wrap up with this. How to make a decoy? It's very easy. Start with 2 options in the same category. Decide which one you want customers to buy. You make the decisions and make the dead options slightly worse than the preferred choice in one dimension. Now, I'll explain more of that because we're rounding up shortly. Subsequently, we'll have another masterclass on pricing in months to come, and I want you to attend. So we'll revisit some of these topics and look at other pricing techniques in those classes. So Mr. Caleb, let's go to our last slide, which will give us the question that will be necessary for someone to win a prize. Just is not inexpensive, is inexpensive, it's just 1,000 naira airtime, just 1,000 naira airtime from me. So if you are able to answer this question, you get 1,000 naira airtime for me, any network you want. Now, it's simple. If I'm selling oranges at 1 for $3, right? 1 for $3, and 3 in a pack for $10, what is the decoy effect? If I'm selling oranges at 1 for $3 and 3 in a pack for $10, what is the decoy effect? I mean, what do I want you to really buy? What is the figure, or rather, how many oranges I want you to buy and at what figure? What's the decoy effect? Just think it through. I will explain it in the next 2. Someone is saying 2 for $5. Okay, interesting. I want to get more options. Someone is saying 2 for $5. Okay, someone else can speak. Someone else can speak or type, any of them. Let's do this snappy. We have 2 minutes, or I keep my airtime to myself. Who can answer it? 3 in pack for $10, That's the decoy effect. But what's the intended action of what Bojua, right? Sorry if I didn't pronounce your name well. I think you will get 500 first, then okay, to buy more, you get 500 first for this, but I will need someone to give me an answer. What exactly do I want you to buy? What exactly do I want you to buy? What is the intent of all these things that I'm putting here? Giving you one for $3 and 3 in a pack for $10. What do I want you to really buy?
Actually, want the person to buy more.
Okay, more as in?
Yeah, you want the person to buy more oranges because, you know, going for one for $3, you know, you can get more oranges. Where you go for 3 for $10, you know, the oranges has now reduced, but the price has increased.
Okay,
you actually want
the
person to buy 3 for $9. That's it.
Wow, who is that? Who's
Simon.
Now?
Simon. Yeah. That's
please,
it.
Please, can you type out your number, please? Simon, please, can you type out your number immediately? Let me write it. You are the one Idahon, right? Simon.
James Step Properties. Simon Erie. Did you get that? No, not Simeon, Simon.
Okay, please, can you, Simon, 1,000, write your number in the chat.
Okay.
Your phone number, your email address. When you look at it, yes, please write your, it's not, Simon spoke out first before the hem typed. Or who spoke up first?
I did, I spoke.
This is interesting.
First.
I think you should go to the
head. Two of you should give out your number.
Okay, the both of them, we can actually give to the both of them.
Okay.
Yes, we can give to the both of them. So write out your numbers and your email address, both of you, please. Do that snappy now, please. Snappy, we're about to round up. Now, the intent of this is this. Now, this is 3 in a pack for $10, and I can buy 1 for $3. Now, so what I do is just go buy 3 for $9. That $10 is just to make you want to buy the 9, because when you think about it, you're buying above. Why will I buy in a pack higher than when I could have bought it individually, right? So that is the essence of the whole thing.